What up, Wizards? Mooner is back, and today I got a Prism matchup for you. This is the first of two. So a lot of people have been saying, I hear a lot, that this is a very unfavorable matchup for Kano, and I have to disagree with that. I don't think it's unfavorable at all. I think that if you just play the matchup right, it's very favorable. And it depends on what kind of Prism you're going up against. And you can tell everything by the equipment. So here we have AB1 with Crown, and we have Goliath Gauntlet. So this lets me know that this is going to be a very aggro or Herald-based Prism. So as always, we are wearing Crown of Providence to stop Erudition. But they have Goliath Gauntlet, so even if I do get hit with an Erudition, it's not going to be able to be stopped. So hopefully I can just go off and kill her before it connects. That's always the goal. And let's see, I get to go first, which is what you always want to do. I'm second. You always want to go second. Always go second in this matchup. Just block out everything. Try to save your blues, which is what I do here. And she throws a Metamorph at me next, and I'm going to take one of this damage. And then she's probably got an Aura, which is probably, let's see. And it is an Aura. It's a Passing Mirage, which is fine. But she leaks a little bit of damage and gets an Aura down, so pretty good first turn for her. But I'm going to try to shoot her with this Sonic Boom. So I'm going to pitch my Spindle to Crucible. And oh no, I'm going to play this Quickening. Yeah, Quickening is pretty good here. Put this Sonic Boom into... No. I'm going to hit her with the Sonic Boom and put the Quickening in Arsenal. So yeah, either one of those lines works. I get to see a Tome off the top, which is great. One of the awesome benefits of Quickening, of Sonic Boom. Go onto another blue and banish into another Sonic Boom. So that's great. So I get to hit her with two Sonic Booms and hit into a Prognosticate, which is unfortunate when she doesn't want to be ABing anything here. She only has AB1 anyways, so still get to deal her 7 damage through two Sonic Booms and a Prog, and put a Quickening in the arsenal. So this game is looking very, very favorable so far. And here comes a yellow War Tune, or some yellow Herald, whatever she chooses to throw at me. Probably the Judgment, I don't know. So she is choosing to play the Judgment instead. She's opting for Dominate, or I don't know. Judgment doesn't have Dominate. That's Tenacity has Dominate, but I don't know why she wants to play the Judgment over the War Tune. Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. But I am going to let it hit, and she can get some soul, and then she hits me with a Phantasmaclasm. So that's what she wanted to do, I guess. So here comes a big old Phantasmaclasm, and let's see what she chooses to take. She takes my... I don't know what she just took. I wasn't paying attention. But I'll just throw the Crown and this Tome in front to block a little bit. And then I want to hit her with this Quickening and then get this Swell Tidings in the arsenal on my turn. If she chooses not to AB anything, that's great. But I think she has to start ABing things if she wants to live. And if she chooses to yeah, she has to AB some of that. And let's just see what's on the top. Get rid of this Gaze. Aether Dart, so shoot her with an Aether Dart. It actually doesn't let me... It like banishes it, but doesn't let me play for some reason. I guess it's a little bit of a lag or a bug in the client, but I still get to put, she makes a spectral shield, that's fine. I still get to put a swell tidings and arsenal. I draw into an eye, a couple reds, and a chain lightning. So I think it's probably smart to just block this out. Let's see what's on top. It's always good to just like see what's on top first with your eye. And there's a, put that on the bottom, put the blue emeritus on top, hit her with the blue emeritus, and block out this herald. She's gonna have to AB some of it. She ABs one, has 2 resources floating, so I don't have enough I don't have enough to kill her here. She's still I cannot deal her 7 through her AB1 even. So I'm just forced to block this herald out, make sure it doesn't go to soul, and then just go to the next hand. She only has AB1, so I just need to deal her 8 damage, and with a swell tidings and arsenal, that's very easy to do. So I feel like I've already won this game. It doesn't matter what she does as soon as she gives me priority on her next turn. So, and I barely have enough resources to pull this off. But I draw into a spindle, and so there we go. I have exactly enough. Well, I have 1 resource left, but doesn't matter what's on top or bottom. It doesn't matter what I see. I just need to break my boots and hit her with this swell tidings, and she's dead. Barring she doesn't have a Oasis Respite. And that's GG. So yeah, that's how you kind of want to play the aggro Prism matchup. Coming up right next, I have Aura Prism, so stick around. Okay, here we have our second game versus Prism, and off the bat, I get to go second, which is what you always want to do, like I said before. And we can see that she's wearing Wave of Reality and AB3, so we can definitely expect more of Aura game plan, more of she's going to just try to outvalue us. And we can see that right off the bat, she starts off with a Merciful Retribution. So what I'm going to do is activate Kano, pitching Lessons and Blazing, or Lessons and Mind Warp, I guess, keeping Blazing. I don't know why I kept Blazing, but I want to shoot her with this Aether Flare that I just ripped off the top, and try to get that last card out of her hand, which it was another Aura, so good for us. And she's going to attack with, and I get to block a little bit and keep a blue. You always want to keep a blue if you can. You don't know what you're going to draw into, and it's important to go into your next hand with a blue. So I draw into 2 yellows, 2 blues, so Chain Lightning, and I really want to hit her with this Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom is one of my favorite cards, one of the strongest ones. Even under AB3, it just really forces a block. And I Kano into a Blue Emeritus, which is not what I want to see. 2 damage for 2 resources is kind of poop. But I guess I'm going to prod her a little bit and shoot it at her anyways. Getting rid of this Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is a card that I have been playing with instead of Tome of Find Out, and it just it just enables so much. Chain Lightning is just really, really strong. And as strong as drawing cards is with Tome of Findall and gaining life and everything, Chain Lightning just makes this deck so much faster. So she pops her Wave of Reality, gets a Spectral Shield. Wave of Reality is actually pretty clutch for Prism. And I get to shoot her with this Sonic Boom for 4. And hopefully see something good on top. Hopefully Kano into something nice. But it is going to force her to block a little bit. And she AB3s. Oh no, she actually plays another Merciful. And ends up taking 3 of that. And I take a damage from the Merciful. And I draw into an Aether Dart, which is not what I want to see. But it's still damage. Free damage. So free damage is still free damage. At least it wasn't an eye, right? And we go into the next turn. And she's got 1 card left, which she's probably just going to attack with one of her Mercifuls. She has no way to get a Spectral Shield out of Soul or anything. And I draw into 3 reds and an Energy Potion. So I'm just going to take this damage. And what I want to try to do on my next turn is shoot her with this Aether Quickening and get this Emeritus, this red Emeritus, into Arsenal. So that's my goal here. So I'm going to pitch a little, over pitch a little bit here. Well, pitch the Tome to activate Crucible. And then pitch the Energy Potion to play this Quickening, and hopefully she doesn't AB any of it. If she takes all 5 of this, then I get to play the red Emeritus on top, so that's why I did this. I know it wasn't very efficient, but I didn't want to get stuck with all these reds in my hand anyways. And I didn't really have the resources to see what was on the top with Kano. And she AB3s this, takes 2 damage from the Quickening, and I still get to put the red Emeritus in Arsenal, which is kind of a win. And here we draw into 3 blues and a Tome. So I've got a lot of options. If she overextends, I can possibly kill her. But now here comes down the first Erudition. This is why we wear Crown. So full stop. I'm just going to throw that in there. Just yeet that into the Erudition. And I'm going to Crown away this Tome and hopefully draw into a better red. And I draw into a Sonic Boom, which is pretty dope. So I'm just looking to take the whatever damage she throws at me next, which is going to be some auras. And she plays out Haze Bending. Okay, so that's her turn. Now, I think long and hard here. There is some lag also in the client. But I think long and hard here about whether or not I want to. Like, she's got shields down right now, and she's at 13 life. I've got a red Emeritus in hand. Or, I mean, in arsenal. I've got 2 blues and a yellow. So, technically, I've got 9 resources. So, is there a way to deal her 13 damage? Possibly. Well, we know I can deal 8 with the red Emeritus, and then I would have to see like a Swell Tidings or like a red Quickening, and I've already played one red Quickening on the top, so I'd have to see like a pretty impactful red off the top to be able to deal her 13. So I think playing it a little safe and cautious right now is the move. So yeah, I choose to just shoot her with this Sonic Boom on my turn. And hopefully, let's see what would have been on top. No. She's taking a long time to decide whether she wants to A-B this. But, I mean, if it was a red on top, then I should have, tried to kill her. No, and it was a chain lightning. So it wouldn't have been enough damage to kill her. But I can still just shoot her for another 3 here. And then possibly play this red Emeritus out as well. Chain lightning lets me play my next card at instant speed. She plays another aura, and she pitches away a Oasis, which is very odd. I don't know why she pitches this Oasis away to play out another aura. That was definitely a misplay as far as I'm concerned. But at least now I know she's playing Oasis. So this could be another Oasis in hand. The only reason you would pitch away an Oasis is if you had one in hand. And I draw into a Spindle, so I should have just shot her with the Emeritus and dealt her another 4 damage. But like I said, I am playing a little safe here. And I draw into the Spindle, the red Quickening. So I could have killed her technically on her turn last turn. But let's just play it safe. She's probably sitting on another Oasis, and she's at 9 health. So I really don't feel threatened at all. And when you don't feel threatened, it's better to just play it safe. Don't play on your turn. Don't play on your opponent's turn unless you absolutely have to. That's the biggest piece of advice I could give you. Unless you're absolutely positive you could kill her, or if you are completely threatened and have to kill her, your opponent. But other than that, just play it safe. We know that she's playing Oasis Respite at this point. And I'm going to shoot her with this Quickening. This time, she absolutely has to AB some of this. She's at 9 health. So she goes down to 7. She AB3s it. And I Kano into an Aether Spindle, so I get to shoot that off. So, yeah, I'm getting really rewarded for just playing it safe. But just playing this mid-range game with her has proven to be, the most efficient and successful way to beat Prism. Especially the Aura Prism, which I don't think is a very hard matchup at all. As you can see, I haven't felt threatened even a little bit in this matchup. She threw a 1 Erudition at me, and other than that, she's just been, spamming out these auras that have been doing her no good. They haven't been doing anything for her, except for pinging me for 1 little damage every turn, which I'm happy to take. And I think, if I remember correctly, she doesn't even AB this, and she goes down to 3, and I get to see blue, 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 red on top. So put the red to the bottom, draw into all your blues, and just shoot her with an Emeritus, and it's GG's unless she's holding an Oasis, in which we have enough blues to Kano into something off the top. With drawing into 3 blues and a yellow, chances are we're going to see another red off the top, if I had to be a betting man. So I have 2 blues to find one, and a yellow to pay for it. So here she throws a War Tune, and it's just time to I think I putz around, see what's on top. Obviously you have an eye, see what's on top. And it's 2 blues, 2 more blues, so put those to the bottom, shoot her with the Emeritus. We draw into a Potion of Deja Vu. So it's just a clump of blues there. Just a clump. That Kano into the push of the deja vu is not what I wanted to see. So it's time to just go for it. And there's another. It's a Gaze the Ages. Just blue, 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 blue on the top. So I don't know what I'm putzing around here for. I just need to deal here 8 damage even through an Oasis Respite, which I can do with a Red Emeritus. So I don't know. I'm just wasting time here. Even if she does have the Oasis Respite, which the Oasis is 4 of that, gains a life, goes up to 4. I just need to deal her 8. So that was just me wasting time. I guess I just didn't do the math in my head. She crowns. No, I'm not going to take that damage. I don't care. And that's GG's. Alright, that's how I play against Prism, at least. Hopefully that helped you guys. Peace out, Wizards.